Okay, this is Loggins and Messina, Your Mama Don't Dance. It's in C. The rhythm part, there's a little opening, and you can use this actually for part of the singing anyway, the main chorus. So you're going to play A on 3 and D on 5. That's a C power chord. A, 3, D, 5. Then you're going to play A to 5 to 7, and then 5, 7 on the D, and then back to 5, and then back to the power chord. So it's A, 3, D, 5, A, 5 to 7, D, 5, 7, 5, and back to the power chord. You're going to do that 4 times. Okay, now the F is the same thing. You just move it up a string. You're starting on D3 and G5. And then you're going to play D 5 to 7, and then G 5 7 5, and back to the F again. You play that twice. You go back to the C twice. Now for the G, you're going to play D5, G7, and then 7 to 9 on the D, and then 7 9 7 on the G, and then back to the F. And then back to the C twice. So here's the whole thing. Okay? Now, after that, you can play that same thing again for the next chorus. And then the third chorus, I play down here, I play a bar E shape for my C chord. I'm playing across the 8th fret there. And so normally you'd play an E shape, you'd play 7, 9, 9, 8, 7, 7. Or no, I'm sorry, 8, 10, 10, 9, 8, 8. But I'm going to change it a little bit. I'm going to play 7, or I'm going to play 8, 8, 10, 9, and then for here, I'm going to play my little finger on the 10th at B. Now that's an A note, and if I do that, that C becomes a C6. It's like a typical rockabilly kind of chord, so I'll show you. So I'm just hitting on and off on that 10th fret there with my little finger on B. Now you can do the F chord right here too. You can bar the 8th and then make your A shape at 10. And now your little finger can come on and off at the E string at 10 and make that an F6. That's a D note there, so that makes it an F6 chord. Back to C. And then you do the same thing up here, 2 frets up, and that becomes a G chord. So I'm barring at 10 and playing 12 here. And then my little finger's on and off at 12, that's an E, so that becomes a G6. F6, and G, and C. Okay, so that's another way you can play that song too with another rhythm pattern. All right, let's look at the lead now. The lead is in here, so we're going to start with G at 8. Play that twice. 7, 5, and then 7 on the D, back to 7, back to 5 on the G. So it's. Let me play the whole lead for you, and then we'll do it. Okay, so now let's put all that together. We're starting on G at what are we starting on here? G at 8. So we're playing the 8, 7, 8, 8, 7, 7, 5, and then 7 on the D, and back to 5 on the G. 8, 8, 7, 5, 7, 5. Do that twice. Now you're going to go between the 7 on the D and 5 on the G twice. Back to the D on 7, and then you're going to walk down 8, 7, 5 on the G. So that's part. Okay, now for the F, you're going to start on the 8 on the B, 8 to 6, and then 8 to 5. 8, 6, 8, 5. Do that twice. And then for the C now, we're going to take, I take my first finger on the 5 on G. Then I'm going to slide my ring finger from 7 to 9. No, I'm going to take my second finger. I'm going to slide from 7 to 9 on the G, and then I'm going to go 8, 10 on the B, up to 10 on the, or up to 8 on the E. Now I'm going to bend the 10 on the E, back to 8, and then back to 10 on the B, and back to 8 again. So that little run is. Okay, now for the G, you're going to do double stops. We're going to play 7 and 8 on the G and the B. I'm going to hammer on the 9th fret on the G and back to the 7th again. So it's like this. So that's 7 and 8, and then 9 and 8, and then back to 7 and 8. 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 8. Come back for the F. You're going to go 5, 6, and then 7, 6, and then 5, 6. So that little part. Then I'm going to come up here on double stops on the B and E at 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5. Then I'm going to come back here on 10 and 11 on the B and E, and I'm going to bend those and it'll be 4 times. Okay, so here's that whole first part. Here's the second part of that chorus. I'm going to start on 10 and 9 on the G and B, and I'm going to slide that up to 12 and 11. Then I go back and forth between 12, 11 and 14, 13. So again, it's okay, now for the F, I'm going to play double stops at 13. And then come back to the C, I'm going to go 16, 15, 13, 14 on the B, on the G, back to the 13th, and then so. So 16, 15, 13, 14, 13, 15, and then 14 on the B, on the G, and back to the 13 on the C again. Okay, so far we had that. Now I'm going to come up here, I'm going to have a double stop again. I'm playing 12 on B, 10 on E, and my little fingers are going to go on and off on the 12 on the E. So it's, all right, so 10 and 12, or 12 and 10, sorry, 12 B, 10 E, and then 12 on the E. And you do that twice, drop it down, you're going to go 10 and 8, and then 10 on the E. And then you're going to play the C, the double stops on the 8 again. And then you're going to go to that. Okay, so that's that lead. Okay, now let's play that lead one more time. then he goes to that part where he starts, it's getting nice and dark. Start with that same chord you started up here on that power C. You're going to just walk it up. So it's 3-5, a 5-7, 6-8, 7-9, 8-10. So now you're basically in an F chord. So that's the chord you stay on when he says it's nice and dark. Da da da. And then out of the car long here, you play a G, F, then you're back to your C again. And you say, Mama don't dance. Then the close out, okay? So where you go to rock and roll, where you go to rock and roll. So we're going to play that. It's this way. I'll play it and then I'll show it to you. So we're doing this. So we're starting on D at 10, and then to 9 on the G, and back to 7 on the G, back to 10 on the D, and then back to 7 again. Okay. Then I'm going to come, the next little pretty is almost the same. You're going to go 10, 8, 10, and then 8 on the B. So this one goes 10 on the B, 10 on the D, 8 on the B, and then you're going to go back to the 9 on the B, on the G, back to 10 on the D, and then 7. So that second one's. So the first one is. So the first one is. And then the final closeout is this. I'll play it and then I'll explain it. Okay, so we're going to go on the E. We're going to go 11, 10, 8, then 10, 8, 10, then 8, 10, 8. I'm going to go to the G string on 8 to 9, back to 10 on the B, and then finish with my D at 10. Okay, now we got a cool chord coming up here. We're going to start with it. Here, I'm going to play 7, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7. 7, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7. And then I'm going to slide it out. That's a, what the heck is that? That's a B chord. That's a B6. Then I'm going to come up and play a C6. So it starts at 7, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7. And you end up on 8, 10, 8, 9, 10, 8. It's a cool way to end that chord. All right, so that's your Mama Don't Dance. I hope that makes sense. I'm going to put a tab link in there so you'll have the tab that you can figure out with it as well.